This is Kalahari. Come with us as we transform an old China hutch into her forever home. First things first, you have to find a China hutch that's big enough. It might take some time, so be patient. We started by cutting holes in the top where her lights would go. It will be covered with a mesh screen. Next, we drilled 4 holes in the side for ventilation. I found this at Walmart to cover the ventilation holes, and it worked perfect. The next step was the foam. The basking shelf was the most important, so we started there. We used insulation foam board you can pick up at any Home Depot. We cut through it using a heat knife. Make sure the area is well ventilated. I didn't know until the next day that I was allergic to the fumes. We started building shelves and a column to hold the basking shelf. We had a basic idea of what we wanted, but it was kind of design as you go. For the back wall, we were going for a slate look. It will look best if they're not even. Here you can see the double layers to each shelf we added for support. The shelves are attached all the way to the back and on the sides. This is what we used to attach each piece. Small details were added as we were building, and it really brings it all together in the end. Like the stairs leading shelf to shelf. Once you finish your design, it will be time to detail. We used a very stiff wire brush to scrape the foam, and after it's done, it will give it a nice, rocky texture. This is very messy and very tedious and time-consuming. Just be prepared. Once you get it all roughed up, take a heat gun to lock your design in place. Once again, use in a ventilated area because the fumes can be harmful. Here you can see one of our mistakes. We tried to use spray foam to texture the shelves as we were also using it to fill in gaps. Bad idea, don't do it. It does not texture the same. Later in the video, I'll show you another way you can texture shelves. Here, we used a heat knife to create cracks in the back wall. It gives a natural look and we loved it. It's also a great way to hide where some of your seams are from where your foam board meet. When it came for the sides, we decided to use one whole piece of foam. We discovered the best way to texture the sides was to take a knife and, as you can see, just chisel it out. You could use this technique for the entire enclosure, but we liked the slate. Again, after texturing, take the heat gun to melt your design in place. This also hardens the foam, making it more durable. Once your piece is measured, it's time to install. You might have to measure and fit it a few times before you're able to install it properly. Any small gaps that you have, you can fill with the spray foam and carve out afterwards. We knew we wanted to add a stick for decoration. I found this oak branch and knew it would work perfect. So we cut it down, took off the bark, and sanded it. To sanitize it, soak it for 24 hours in the bathtub with 1 cup of bleach per 5 gallons of water. You might need to stick a bucket on top of it to keep it submerged. After the 24 hours, you'll be surprised how many bugs were inside the stick. It will need to be submerged in clean water for 48 hours, changing the water every 12 hours. After rinsing, dry it in the sun for 3 to 5 days. We had to paint and install the column before we could finish the back wall. These are the products we used. You only need a little bit of pigment. We started with a black base, and we dry brushed a brown on top. We could have stopped at this point, but we wanted to add another element, sand. We used play sand and added the pigment to it and dried it in the sun. This is what we got. We took a clear spray paint and threw the sand to it to stick. They added a really cool effect and lightened some of the color. We're using a sand substrate, so my husband made these platforms to hold her food and water dishes. Once all your painting is done, spray with a water-based polyurethane, 3 or 4 coats. Let everything dry and air out for days, and then it's time to decorate. We were unsure about the doors. We made a wall out of foam to contain the sand. We surrounded the doors with foam stripping to make it airtight. We attached a locking mechanism to the top and bottom doors. We attached it to the glass using a clear epoxy. This is the sand we used for her substrate, and the finished product all set up. This project took about 2 months, but it was well worth it. She absolutely loves her new home. And the way we did the back wall even gave her the ability to climb across it. We were hoping she would climb the walls, but wasn't sure if she would be able to. She uses every detail we put into her home. It gives her plenty of space, and the different levels are all different temperatures for her. I'm sure there's a few things I forgot to mention. So if you're thinking about building one, just do it. You'll love the finished product.